Number 2. Uh, Honestly, I'm kind of sad James isn't here. He'd love it here. Because we're going back to space-related objects. But you would never want to be there. Because we have basically space zombies going on. That's the worst kind of zombies. Zombies is one bad thing. Space zombies is even worse. Why? Because you just have not dead space. What is there to say about this game? Ooh. As always, what is there to say? Starting from the back of a M-rated game. There's no help coming. There isn't. Massive deep space mining ship goes dark after her unearthing a strange artifact on a distant planet. Engineer Isaac Clarke embarks on the repair mission, only to uncover a nightmarish bloodbath. The ship's crew horribly slaughtered and infected by an alien scourge. Now Isaac is cut off, trapped, and engaged in a desperate fight for survival. Strategically dismember the necromorph enemies limb by bloody limb. Zero gravity combat means terror can strike from anywhere. Uncover the horrific truth of this shocking thriller. And yeah, you have some crazy shit going on here. It ended up going dead and dark. Like, no, not just this game, but the game series ended up like just it was going somewhere, and then for some reason just EA drops it. Basically, it's like, yeah, we got our cash out of it. Yeah, good job, EA. You could have had something real good. But yeah, so Dead Space. So yes, we start off with getting into the space station, and after you end up getting into space station and go to a quarantine room, basically, this one monster thing just drops out of an vent on the outside area. You have to try to make your way around to get all the system to work for some of the doors. And on one hand, it's like just on the one hand, I wish that I could say I like this game less for the bloody factor, but honestly, just constantly shooting at things, making them fly apart because laser saws and shit. Yeah, that's pretty fun. That is one of the best things to do, especially getting yourself fully upgraded, and then getting to play through the entire game again with all your equipment. No, that's always the thing I like about video games, is when you're able to go through and just play through again, but with all the shit you already have. And also some foreknowledge of some spots where necromorphs are playing dead, but they aren't actually dead. So, yeah, those end up being very annoying, because, oh hey, that thing is dead. Just as any true zombies, you need to use the double tap method. Just to make sure that they're down and not gonna try to bite off your foot. But even worse is your body ends up going through a horrific transformation. If not regular zombie, you still would look kinda like you, just you're dead. And your body's going through necrosis and just rotting away. Dead Space zombies, the necromorphs. No. Not only were you going to go through necrosis, now your body is just constantly shifting into this demonic form because of a giant obelisk created by weirdos just to spread evil knowledge. It's weird. Like Dead Space though, it's at number 2 spot because if I could have found it for PlayStation 2 and have played it on PlayStation 2, I'd probably have put it at number 1. Yes, the only reason it doesn't have the number 1 spot is because it's on Xbox 360. Yes, I do have a bias on this. Then again, it's more so dark atmospheres of games I like. But yeah. So, a generic zombie game where you have to try to survive your way through a place. And sadly, you can't really backtrack. Like, that's a weird thing, though. Just not being able to backtrack easily and getting things done. Gamer manual. Hooray. Right, here we go. So, you end up starting off with the plasma cutter, and then you have a line gun, a pulse rifle, the Ripper, which is that saw one I mentioned, the contact beam, force gun, which basically just allows you to fling things around, and then flamethrower. Flamethrower is great against everything, especially things in space for some reason. Like, oh hey, xenomorph, use a flamethrower. Oh hey, zombie, use a flamethrower. Zombie in space, use a flamethrower. Okay, here's this alien creature we found in the middle of the South Pole. We're just gonna call it a thing right now. Use a flamethrower. Burn it with all the fire. Yeah, that... So... yeah, so... Inventory, basically just get yourself ammo from dead things, whatnot. So yeah, gravity boots allows you to stick to surfaces basically, but only in 0G sections. Well, honestly, that's about all I can say about it. It's kind of a generic zombie game in space. It has a good story, even with a dead girlfriend, which you've been seeing as a ghost that was brought upon by the monolith. Otherwise, yeah, zombie shoot 'em up. And until you meet the immortal one, which is effectively immune to everything you do to it until you freeze it to death and blow it up. Ooh. There are lots of things. You have to fight massive collections of necromorph biomass. Well, anyway, so that's it then. But I guess I'll see you next time when we go even further beyond that of which people believe is morality. So I'll see you next time. Booga 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 booga.